Hi. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to a new day. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time with me. My name's Holly, psychic medium, energy reader, blah, 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 blah. If so inclined, please like the video and check your subscription if you've subscribed. The subscribers, I understand that people drop off and add and the normal ebb and flow of things, but man, it is like a huge arc sometimes. So, it is what it is, I guess. But not too worried about it. Main thing is the message. So here we go. All right. So August, I think for pretty much everybody I know and I've talked to, if August has been so far a wonderful month for you, good for you. I am thrilled for you. For most of us, August has been the kind of month that I'm ready for it to be over already. So I'm ready to move through it, And so I asked for the energy today. I asked for spirit guides and guardians. I always ask for God to come in, Mother, Father, God, guides, guardians, sacred self, higher self, whatever you want to call it, to come into the reading. I ask to be made a vessel, to be made the conduit for the messages for the collective. So I asked, what is the energy today? What do people need to know? And the first thing I got was that, man, this month is tough. This has just been a tough month. So I used a different deck today, one I haven't pulled out, and I used to, I'm not a card reader, but I like them for general readings, and this is a general reading, so please remember that. It is a general reading. But on my own, I used to just use these for, and they said keep that one. I just picked the deck up in the middle, and they said keep that one. Okay, yeah. So I would, pull a card for friends and send it to them through a text or something in the morning, or just for myself. But for general readings, they're great because it's a jumping off point. I know I haven't channeled in a long time, so I think that might be coming up soon too, but I just need to be a little stronger first, physically stronger first. Okay, so I'm using the Tarot Illuminati. This is an interesting deck because it's incredibly intricate with its imagery and symbolism and the designs and all that. So I'm just going to go with the energy of the card and ask Spirit to guide my words. That's what I always do. Now, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so what I got was, yes, there's a lot going on this month. This seems to be the month for pivotal core level change, kind of that leveling up, if you will, where you have to decide, what do you stand for? Who are you? What do you want out of your life? And, it's time. There is no more hiding behind a curtain, hiding behind a facade, hiding behind what isn't real. It's time to get real or get left behind. Let me say that again, you all, and I know I'm still puffy. Like I said, I'm still not 100%, but my gosh, I sound better, don't I? So it's time to get real or get left behind. Okay. Now that's going to mean different things for different people. For some people, that's going to be making big sweeping changes. For some of you, it's going to mean just waking up and saying, I'm going to say one nice thing about myself today, or I'm going to say one positive thing about the world around me. I'm going to say one positive thing every day when I first put my feet on the floor. And that's a positive change. But I feel like that is leveling up. That could be for a whole lot of you. You don't have to recreate the wheel every month and day and year of your life. Sometimes we've got to start with the small things in order for the bigger things to unfold. And that's the message. Now, with these cards, I shuffled ahead of time, and they just kind of boom, 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 boom came right out. And then this last one, interestingly, I'll show you in a minute, that when I opened the deck, when I was talking about it, and I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. And I heard, take it. So I listened to Spirit. Whenever I do listen to Spirit, I'm never steered in the wrong direction. When I listen to my own insecurities or fears, it's always the wrong direction. But let's not forget this. Boom, boom, boom. Isn't this a cool mug? All-seeing eye. Wards off the negativity of others. That's the meaning behind the symbolism. And it's got just some warm fluids in it that I need right now. Oh. All right, so the Tarot Illuminati, the first card that came out, Prince of Swords. And that came out when I was getting the message that, yeah, for a whole lot of people, not everyone, and hopefully not for everyone, but for a whole lot of us, August has felt like a fight. This Knight of Swords or Prince of Swords, this is not someone with a sword on a pony. You know, this is someone going into battle. And that's what it feels like. It feels like we have been going into battle. But then you have the King of Wands. I'm going to show you all these and then we'll go through it, okay? And pull it together. But King of Wands, Eight of Wands, the Devil, the Tower, hold on, the King of Swords, so we've got a King of Wands and a King of Swords. And then the one that I opened up the deck to the middle and I heard very clearly, take it. And I feel like this is the culmination of all of it. The Death card. Now, death as in change. And that completely validates the message I was getting about this month, that it is the time to show up, level up, or get left behind. Okay? Now, and again, that doesn't have to be moving, changing jobs, doing whatever. It might be something big, but getting control of your health, getting control of your diet, getting control. And Lord, y'all, I just had some ice cream yesterday because I was feeling sorry for myself and I wanted something, I wanted a treat. And dairy's not even all that good for me, you know. Yeah, I got the ice cream. I just got the small container. Oh, don't regret it for a minute. Every now and then you got to treat yourself. But today I'm getting it together again. So, in whatever way that, I don't know why they keep giving me this phrase, leveling up. Why are they, what am I not getting? What am I not saying? That will take many different forms, and the shape of it will be different for each of you. So don't hold yourself, don't compare yourself to others, okay? Don't compare your journey to someone else's. So what that means for you will mean something else completely different for someone else, but it's what it means for you within your own life. So please understand that, okay? Please understand that. Okay, now they said I got it. All right, so yes, this month it feels like we're going to battle with our own lives. This feels like an internal battle. This does not feel like an external battle. Each individual is going through their standing up and claiming who you are and what you do and whatever's going on in your life. This is your moment for you to do that for yourself, not for anyone else. Interesting. I'm also hearing you cannot fight other people's battles for them. They've got to learn the lessons, and think about the lessons that, most of us have learned our lessons that have really become ingrained and truths in our lives the hard way. So we, unfortunately, it hurts to watch other people go through that, but we kind of have to. All right. So the King of Wands, and this is a king who's watching this pose. I'm kind of fascinated with that. That's what's drawing me in here. So there is help. There's divine help, but also what that means for another group. There's someone making a decision. There's someone who is in a position of authority. There is someone who has that king status. It could be king, queen, male, female. These are decisions. It doesn't matter. This is someone who could be in your life making a decision about next steps, and what they decide could have an impact on the decisions you make, but ultimately you get to decide what's for you. Okay? So it's not what happens, it's how you respond to it that's going to be important. And it's heating up because we are very rapidly We're days away from the middle of the month. The Eight of Wands. As soon as we hit, I'm seeing the 15th, 16th, that's going to be like this clicking is going to happen. Like the cogs on the wheel are not in sync right now. The wheel is not moving the way it should. It's like doing this, you know? And it's like click, 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 click. And it's one step off the rhythm kind of thing, you know? my sound effects, I hope you like them. Anyway, if you don't, nothing I can do about it now. So, but around the 15th or 16th, the cogs in the wheel are all going to slip into alignment. Things will start making sense. Someone's going to have an aha moment, that epiphanal, oh, I get it now. I understand why I've been dealing with all of this. And when those cogs slide into the right groove, then the wheel is seamless and it picks up steam. And then it starts really rolling. Okay? Oh, I knew someone who had the best phrase. He always used to say, then you're cooking with gas. Okay? So, I knew two people that said that. I had an uncle that used to say that too. So, yeah. Okay. So that is coming very soon. Very soon. Be careful not to get caught in your head. Be careful not to get held back. Yes, I had an ice cream treat because, man, I adore it. And I didn't care about the consequences of eating the dairy, the full-on dairy. I didn't care. It was good and it was worth it. And I didn't have a ton. I had, you know, a little container, which I think is a single serving. But now I'm not going to get the gallon and do that every day, because then I would make myself sick. I would intentionally and knowingly make myself very sick from the sugar and the dairy. So, you know, but a little treat here and there is fine. Just don't let it become an addiction. Don't let your fears and insecurities taint the way you view change. All right? And they're also saying, man, this is tough love day. They're also saying, and when I say they, I mean spirit guides and guardians, because I ask for help for every single one of these readings. They're saying, don't let the fears and insecurities of others hold you back from what you want to accomplish. They will keep up, or they will find some other way to turn that negativity and energy somewhere else. They will look through the lens of fear and insecurity towards someone or something else. You live your best life, okay? You serve an example of what they could have if they wanted. That's important. And I think that's the biggest message from this Devil card, okay? The Tower, yeah. We're in that, again, you know, I love my old phrases and my old sayings. Honey, we are all looking at a come to Jesus moment. And that's not a religious statement. That is just making a point, okay? We are at that point between now and we're what, a day or two away from? I mean, we're getting really close to the middle of the month. And I keep seeing 15-16. So it's somewhere between the 15th and 16th. You may not even understand why you're feeling some of the things you're feeling. You may not even know why you feel so compelled to do X, Y, or Z. All you know is that if you don't do it, you're going to have this unsettled, uncomfortable feeling. So you know what? Trust your gut, trust your instincts. This is a general reading. You do what's best for you. You do what's right for you. Okay? Use your discernment. Your body is your biggest psychic tool. Please remember that. Your body is your biggest psychic tool. And the butterflies in your stomach, those could be butterflies that are beautiful and wonderful, an incoming change, which can be a little scary, but also exciting. Or it can be the fire-breathing dragon. If it's the fire-breathing dragon, maybe you need to take a pause, really evaluate where you're going, check in with your body, check in with yourself, check in with your guides and your guardians. Okay? And I like to say, and they're giving me this too, so this is a reminder too, and this is a wonderful practice. If you are unsure, ask your guides and your guardians, open the doors I am meant to walk through, and I will walk through them. If it's not the right door for me, please close it and lock it. And you will get what you ask for. Of course, you can take a crowbar and pry that door open, which I would not suggest. Okay. And of course, that's, not a literal door. It's not a literal door. You all know that. Okay, so then, oh, I jumped a card. So then we have the King of Swords, okay? King of Swords. The judgment, the decision has been made. The King of Wands has now made the decision, so now he's moving into action, and it's thought action. It is the King of Swords. He went from, or she went from the Prince of Swords, going into battle, trying to figure out what to do, what is the right direction to take, what is the right move to make, and then stepping into full authority. This is a smart king. King or queen, doesn't matter. But I feel like this is someone stepping into their masculine energy, that dominant, assertive energy. And not that queens are not, but if you want to look at stereotypical qualities, which, whatever, yeah, I don't want to offend anybody, and I think it's all kind of stupid anyway. I mean, you do what you have to do when you have to do it. But male or female, this is someone who is action-oriented in terms of putting a plan into action. You can think all day long about it. Like a king or a queen of cups would be the emoting the feelings and all of that good stuff. But this one, in my mind, and what I'm getting, you go from the fire and the decision and the discernment and just the because normally a lot of people would say wands would be the action. For whatever reason, I think this is the one who's saying, when I was the King of Wands, I had a decision to make. I made it. Now I'm getting ready to form a plan of action. Okay? So, and this is someone who is not going to be moved. Not moved. They are going to stand firm. Okay? Now, as a result, change. Don't be alarmed. Change can be scary, but change can also be positive. Change is coming. And I have a feeling change is going to come around the middle of the month. It's going to be the end of a cycle that's been building for a little bit. But it's going to be the end of a negative cycle. I feel like this is one of confusion that is ending. I feel like this is a cycle of feeling like you're being put upon, or feeling like you are the victim of circumstance. Now, this change is going to be empowering. This is going to be you coming into your own. This is going to be you saying, you do what you want to do. This is what I'm going to do, because I know what's good for me. You can come along, you can get left behind. Now, so there may have to be some changes in some personal habits so that you can get where you want to go. But once that plan is formulated, the change is coming one way or the other. Okay? And I do feel like it's going to lead you to a better way of life, a better way of living, a better quality of life. So ask your guides and your guardians for help. Okay? Now, that could fit a whole lot of things. And also they want me to reiterate again that you cannot live someone else's lessons for them. So, unfortunately, that is just a truth. You cannot take on someone else's lessons for them. So, understand that. Now, no, not this one. All right, let's take a look at this. I haven't used this one in a long time. And a good friend got this for me. It's the Sirens song. It's a combination of the Linamo and the Kipper decks. And perfect size. So it's two smaller decks that have been combined into one, but they're kind of a pocket version. All right. This just opened up to the middle, and this is what we got. Hope. There's a chest in the background, sort of like I think there's a chest, yeah. Hope chest. But also an anchor. The main symbol of this card is the anchor. And the anchor is one, well, that has meaning for the person who gave me the deck. That status will never change. Okay, so, yeah. You know how you've always got that one family member that's the glue that keeps everybody together? Well, and then marriage slipped out. So, I feel like everything is going to be okay, but there has to be some learning curve that happens first. Okay, so that's a personal message. Now, let's get on with it for the collective. And that could apply for if that resonates, great. All right, so for the collective. Yeah, they want me to go on just another second with that. A couple of seconds. So if you are the glue that holds the family together, just don't let it... understand that that's actually a gift. You are a role model in ways that you really don't understand, and that's what I'm hearing. So you keep doing what you know to be right, because you are actually setting an example and being a role model in ways that you don't even know. Okay, that's good news. That's good. All right, everything will resolve itself. And there is a male in the equation who is getting ready to stand in, come into some serious strength. So this is serving a purpose in the end. Okay. Now, yeah, they want me to take a look at these. While I was shuffling, something just kind of jumped out to the side, and they wanted me to look at it with this one. That. All right. 1. Anything else? 2. 3. Well, I'm counting. 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, like I said, this is 2 decks that are blended together, and the artist created them with an aquatic theme. Now, the cards that shot out to the side, there are 6, 3 on top, 3 on the bottom. So 3 and 3, 33, or add it together. This is a 6. However that resonates, I feel like the numbers resonate somehow. Okay, we start out with house. That's kind of a scary looking house, I'll be honest. It reminds me of the Bates house, okay, with Norman Bates. Yeah. So, and even though those are that's like sea stuff, it looks like flames to me. I almost feel like in this instance, this is sort of a tower moment. I know that's not how this card is read in this deck, but that's what I'm seeing and that's what I'm hearing. And then right next to it, we've got coffin, which is like the death card, an ending. It could be a literal death, but it's the ending of something. Oh, that would be nice. Maybe that's why I saw it this way. It's the ending of a tower. So maybe I'm getting a peek into what's coming after this mid-month change. So, things sometimes have to be broken down for change to happen and to rebuild it. Okay. The next card is woman. And then mediator. And then gift. And the last one is another version of the anchor card. Very telling. That's interesting. Okay. So I think this is what we're seeing just shortly after. Now I'm getting the 20th of this month for this. So around the 20th of this month between 20, 21, and 22. So the 20th, 21st, and the 22nd of this month. That's when the change is witnessed for what it will really be. There could be a total crumble and breakdown, but that collapse could lead to, help me out, Spirit, I don't want to get this wrong. I just feel like there's going to be a collapse. There's going to be a collapse and an ending of something, but it will bring forth not bitter fruit, but better fruit. So that's the gift. All things will be as they are supposed to be, and there's always free will. So if there is a total collapse, it could lead to bitterness. However, if there is a collapse that leads to positive change, self-awareness, then coming into a better place. And the fact that you've got mediator, gift, and anchor on the bottom, take over, Spirit. You are being given the gift. I'm hearing the gift of gab. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing, just going on and on at you. But this isn't about me. This is someone is being given the gift of, language, as in a message. So I believe there's going to be the gift of a message that comes through this breakdown. I know that doesn't make sense. I think once there is this total getting back down to the basics, it's sort of like the image I'm getting is sort of like if somebody completely tears down to the ground a house and there's nothing but the foundation is solid, then it can be rebuilt, and it can be rebuilt in a better way. There will be a message about that, and the gift will be coming from a place of no pretense, because everything is exposed. So the house doesn't completely come down to the foundation. I'm seeing like the beams and the framework, so it's been framed out. So now it's time to actually make it a home again. The anchor coming up twice, the anchor is always there. There is always that sense of safety and security in that anchor. All right. These are kind of unusual messages today, and they could fit a whole lot of scenarios, so I hope it makes sense to some of you. All right, one last one here. And I am looking at the Why Spell Wild Reflections Tarot. Okay. Now, this deck, I have mixed feelings about, because the imagery is so unusual, and it gives almost it makes me feel like kind of mixed signals. So maybe that is significant, that someone is getting mixed signals, or someone is giving mixed signals. I think it's a combination. So on either side of this, someone, and if it's for the collective, someone in the collective is either getting or giving, or a combination of both, mixed signals. So be clear. We're going back to that have no fear. Don't be afraid to say what you really are thinking. What is the message for the collective about this? What is the message for the collective? Mother, Father, God, Spirit, Guides, and Guardians. All that is right and holy, please come into this space and come into this reading. Guide and direct us. Guide and direct us and help us to know what it is that we need to know. Okay. Whoa. Okay. All right. So one didn't jump all the way out. Several of them did. A whole bunch of them did, actually. This one just kind of stood out to the side. The Wheel of Fortune. So, and she reminds me of the lady of the lake, the lady in the lake with Arthurian legends, but instead of holding a sword up, she's got a wheel, like a roulette wheel. So, because this didn't come all the way out, okay, so what I'm hearing is that decisions are malleable. So think very clearly about what you want. When that wheel spins, it's usually a game of chance. But in this instance, you can grab it and stop it where you want. Okay, now, to get into the actual meat of the reading. Let's see what we've got, and in the order they came in. Someone's got a good possible outcome. So if the outcome is not set in stone, and if someone needs to either be much clearer in expectations, whether it's you or, and this could be an employer, this could be family. This could be a partner. It could be a friend, whatever it is. It's going to be as varied as the individual listening. But you start with the King of Swords, kind of where the first reading left off. So the King of Swords. And this time, the Queen of Wands. It's not a coincidence. We've got the Ruler of Wands and the Ruler of Swords in 2 back-to-back readings. But this time we have the Hierophant, and we have the Hermit, and we have the Ace of Cups. Precious pearl without a spot. Okay. That's a big medieval poem from The Pearl by an anonymous medieval author. And pearls are born out of adversity. So, yeah, a pearl is formed by the nacre inside the mollusk shell because of an irritant that it wants to protect itself from. So something so beautiful is born from adversity. Just like a lotus flower grows from the depths of a muddy pond, basically. So we have King of Swords, Queen of Wands, Hierophant, Hermit, Ace of Cups. Somebody's in for a good outcome. Again, with this card, the Wheel of Fortune, but not all the way out, meaning it can be controlled. The outcome can be controlled. So you can screw this up if you want. Or, I mean, I hate to put it that way, but we are our own worst enemies. And I'm asking, what do they need to know about that? Because that partially sticking out Wheel of Fortune card tells me, and thank you, Spirit, again, it has to do with don't jump to conclusions. Don't come from a place of insecurity and fear, okay? Base things on what you see and what you know, not what you fear. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to call this. I hope I remember that. We've got people moving. There's a partnership coming. And this feels like, with the Ace of Cups, it feels like this is a partnership that is based in a spiritual knowing, following your instincts. This is not desperation. This is not wanting to be alone. This is a true knowing of who you are, what you want. And the decision has been made. The advice I'm getting from Spirit is male or female, it doesn't matter. You be true to yourself. You stand up for what you believe in. And I'm also getting, don't let the past sabotage your present. The Hierophant coming after these 2 court cards. The Hierophant is a learned person with an intense ability to, I feel like this is a very intuitive person who can see through with clarity, who can see into the truth of a situation and can see into people. This person is very good at reading people, okay? There's been an inward journey, and that inward journey is leading you, or someone connected to you, to grow into something beautiful from a very difficult start. Okay. But that partially jutting out Wheel of Fortune card, what that means, and it's as clear as, Spirit is making it as clear as they possibly can for me. What that means is that you have the ability to manifest and create, or to squander and continue living in fear and not accept the change, the evolutionary process that is happening around you. Again, this could be work. With the first, all of it up until that very last card reading, that felt like a relationship. That feels like something with family, children, partner, whatever it is. But that one felt like it was an emotionally based, very personal connection. Whereas the other ones, it could be work, it could be anything. Okay. All right. But the dominant message coming through here was just try your best. I don't want to tell you what to do. You do what you need to do. You be in the place that is safest and most comfortable for you to be. But think about if that's where you want to be. Okay. All right, everybody. Man. Well, August, thanks for the lessons. Yeah. Oh, well. So, 15th and 16th is when I think we're going to come into a new cycle. And then for some, not all of you, for some of you, the 20th, 21st, and 22nd will also be a very telling time period as well. I don't even remember what that was about now. But I know the 15th and 16th is the biggest one for the biggest number of people in the collective. So, all right. Just in whatever tradition you follow, whatever your belief system is, it's a good time to ask for insight, clarity, wisdom, and to see clearly. And to open the door for you that is best for you, and you will walk through it and close the ones that are not in your best interest and give you the wisdom to know which is which. All right, I am sending love and gratitude to you. Thank you so much for being you. Thank you for the wonderful comments, the funny comments, the suggestions. I appreciate all of it. Happy birthday to people who had or are having a birthday coming up. Live your life and be the best version of you can, because you are a wonderful person. All right, sending love to all of you. Let's see if this works. Ready? 1, 2, 3.